So just sit back and relax. You'll laugh till you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come and join the Warner Brothers and the Warner sister Dot. Just for fun, we'll run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever we get caught. But we vamoose and... But we break loose and then vamoose, and now you know the plot. We're Animaniacs. Dot is cute and Yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks. We pay tons in income tax. We're Animaniacs.
Good night, everybody.
There. Has the audio test been done? I can continue.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we should just...
Meet Pinky and the Brain who want to rule the universe. Good feathers flock together. Yeah, Slappy whacks them with her purse. Button chases Mindy. I can't do the high note for that bit. While Rita sings a verse.
Yeah, maybe we should just have a song trying to pronounce the sister's whole name.
Oh. Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana Panna. I can't remember Babeska the Third. I can't remember the rest of it. Yeah, Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana Fana Voveska the Third. Yeah. No, Beska. It's a B. I keep saying V. It's B.
And again, I bet you, like, when the actor first read that line, yep. I bet that whole thing wasn't scripted, and they...
Oh no, that was absolutely scripted. It was absolutely scripted, but like, holy crap, is that such a great
But
not
it feels like it wasn't.
Yeah. Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana... Yeah. Banana Fana Voveska the Third.
But yeah, when she's getting mad...
Mr. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. Anyways, well, Rita sings a verse. The writers, flipped. We have no script, why bother to rehearse? We're Animaniacs. We have pay or play contracts.
Yeah, exactly, they don't have...
We're zany to the max. There's baloney in our slacks. We're Animani, totally insane. Start the episode already. It doesn't rhyme, I don't care. Animaniacs, those are the facts. Now start the episode, damn it. You've heard enough audio testing.
Hello, people. It's S2 Bros Game. I am your host, Younger Bro.
I am your other host, Yakko Warner, Older Bro.
And also, honestly, I was so tired that I thought I
forgot that we hadn't started the episode. That's good. Hope you liked the intro. It's not our intro.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. Just had a rough night.
No, it's fine. He's Wacko. I'm Yakko.
But,
and nobody's Dot.
Yeah, I think I went to bed around 1-ish.
Yep. Yep.
And it took me a while to fall asleep. I had some fucked up dreams.
Yeah.
Like, the one I remember the most was, so I was trapped in a room.
Okay.
And, I had what a voice over, like, an intercom was telling me. I had a key that is called the blood key or something like that. The blood red key.
Sure.
And they're telling me, that in order... for me to escape unharmed, I have to use this key on the blood box.
Sure.
Which is what the key
lock,
is to.
The lock for the key.
So he's like, or you can choose to destroy the key, and if you do, you will fight monsters in the dark.
Yeah. Then you will be mauled to death in the dark by all these monsters. Good luck.
And I knew if I used that key,
I
think it would have been the end right there.
Yeah.
Because it was just... Something told me it was very bad to open that box.
Sure.
So I destroyed the fucking key.
Sure.
And he's like, you were warned, and he sends in monsters, and it wasn't even that many.
You have been warned.
Yeah. The only one that was even a threat was some weird shaped thing with swords for hands.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't very good at using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I fought them, but I escaped the room at least.
Mm-hmm.
But God, was that fucked up.
Yeah, so I was watching a video today about it was somebody was playing a game that was like
Want to play a game?
yeah, somebody was playing a game that was that started being developed in 2000. Was shown off at an E3 like a long time ago. The publisher then went bankrupt.
Ooh.
The developers of the game got the rights to the game after several years of legal battles and stuff. They got the rights to the game. They then got another publisher, kept developing the game, was set to publish the game in like 2014. Then had to the other publisher had problems, so they had to self-fund publishing the game themselves, and then finally released it in 2016. This game was in development hell for like 12 years or some shit.
Okay.
This game was described as feels like it's 15 years old. Because, again, the game was developed...
That Croc.
Hello, Croc!
Hey,
Again,
Croc.
the game was developed, like... And hello, Mr. B!
Yo, Mr. B, how's it going?
But yeah, so the game was developed, like, very... Like, old. It was a very old game at that point.
Yeah.
Apparently Christmas is up.
Yeah, sorry if I sound dead, guys. Didn't have good sleep last night.
Yeah. But anyways, the thing that they were talking about in this game is the character in this game has like a very large jump, and he's like, oh yeah, it's the jump that you have in your dreams when you're like, oh yeah, humans jump this way, like in your dreams, and you just jump and you jump like way higher than you actually can in real life. And they're also talking about like that effect of like when you're dreaming and moving around in a dream and you don't always necessarily have your feet on the ground, because the character in this game just didn't have their feet on the ground all the time because it wasn't like done very well. They're like, yeah, it's just similar to that, where like in your dream you'll be like not always on the ground,
Yeah.
because like it's a dream, you're not really focusing on that, which has made me like think about the fact that it's like I'm pretty sure I've had those dreams.
No worries, Croc.
No, it's fine, Croc. Go and get some sleep or whatever.
Yeah, I've actually found in my dreams I like to use instant transmission a lot.
To move around a lot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like, I could know something scary or something bad's about to happen, and I just use instant transmission to go away.
But yeah, because, like, I swear I've had those moments while I'm awake, where I've, like, felt like I wasn't really touching the ground, but I can't remember when they happened, so it's like, these must have been in a dream.
Yeah, when I woke up this morning, I felt like I was in a war.
Oh,
Like-
good.
When I woke up, because I woke up several times in a dream, in a dream.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was the same announcer guy every time, too.
Oh, good. Stop following me! No.
Eventually, that stopped, and I don't really remember what the next dream was after that. But that was the last one after the announcer guy.
Yeah, guys, we didn't end up doing any recording this morning because of younger bro not like feeling like crap and me feeling a bit like crap. So there was no recordings today.
So we'll get them all done tomorrow. We have all day tomorrow.
We have all day tomorrow, and we have extra recordings tomorrow, which will be fun. So, yay.
Oh, we doing that tomorrow?
Yeah. So we have to do all of our recordings for tomorrow, and then we have something else to do in the evening, and then have to record that. So that'll be fun.
Oh, joy.
And part of the reason that Younger Bro was so tired yesterday is because we did a 40-minute video before the stream and started the stream about an hour late. So,
Luckily, we started on team today.
we really should have just recorded that tomorrow as well, but yeah, it's probably for the best we didn't.
Well,
We're very good at time management here at Two Bros Game Night. Absolutely no problems with time management.
Yeah, work is what really fucks up our time. If we did this full time, then
We'd still have
wouldn't.
problems with time management.
Yeah.
It's still not be good.
But it'd be better, right?
Sure, I guess.
It gets better all the time.
It wouldn't be quite as fucked up, but it'd still be fucked up.
We need to get the yellow Scorbunny.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. Remember, it's an egg hunt, so this could take all of an infinite amount of time.
It's so strange, because it seems like I have better luck just shiny hunting out in the wild, like, not egg hunting.
Well, that, in theory, should be the way. You should feel that way, because the egg hunting method is the highest odds without going full odds. So it should feel that way. But at the same time, it's also all reliable. Where it's like, just, you just keep going around in circles until it's there.
There's nothing I can do about Scorbunny. We
Nope.
have to egg hunt it.
Yep.
I mean, I could get it from someone, but
Yeah, but no.
yeah.
Our policy is if we can hunt it in the wild or egg hunt it, and it is not full odds, then we shall do so.
Well, I'd say, I said after 3 full streams, I would be willing to trade for the thing I'm hunting.
Yeah. But point is that, yeah, we're, in general, like, always willing to hunt it.
Yeah.
So.
Again, not many people have a shiny Scorbunny, at least not that I've seen raiding.
That's strange.
Yeah. Like, I only saw maybe 3 players with shiny Scorbunny.
Yeah.
Well, it was Cinderace, but
Yeah.
everyone else had the other 2.
Yeah, Scorbunny is so good.
I love you, Scorbunny. What I'm hating right now is she's not giving me another egg.
I will say, though, I think
About damn time.
Finnegan and Scorbunny are tied for me. They're pretty much at exactly the same, like, near perfect level of Pokemon. I cannot imagine a way to really improve them. Raboot is not as good to me as
but it's
Braxican.
a ninja.
It's a ninja.
Oh.
But Braxican
I thought you were
Stick
saying
Butt is one of the cutest, like, mid forms of all of them. And
Yeah.
just very well designed.
I thought you were saying like Raboot is a weaker form of like Scorbunny.
No. I'm saying that design-wise, I think that Braxican is better designed than Raboot.
Yeah.
But I think that Cinderace is better designed than Delphox. So it's entire, like, they literally balance themselves out to be like, they are very good lines. But yeah, like, I want to make clear, I do not hate any of the forms of any of these lines. I think they're all very good. But
Oh,
I also think that I prefer those 2 lines specifically over any other line. Like, I will take either of those lines over Charmander.
Charmander.
It's like, it's Charmander. It's great. It's the first fire starter, but no. If you line up all the fire starters, I will choose one of those two way before I choose Charmander.
Yeah, I could agree to that.
I'm just going to look up all fire starters just to make sure that there aren't any that I'm missing out on. Like, oh, I know what they all are, but, like, I'm trying to picture all the designs in my head and compare them, and that's not helping me.
There we go. Guys, I didn't get a chance to work on Sword and Shield at all, so, I won't be able to for quite some time.
Yeah.
But I should have enough candy to last a while. No. Yeah, I got more than enough candy.
Oh. I love this chart.
Oh.
So this is a chart of the final forms, where it's like Charizard, Winged Lizard, goes into Typhlosion, Wild Beast. I'm just gonna stop naming them. You know what all the fire starters are. But like, Winged Lizard, Wild Beast, Humanoid Fighting Chicken,
Yeah.
a monkey also humanoid. Oh, okay, primates are humanoid, whatever. But like, then why does a pig have to be humanoid? Then number 6 is getting furry. 7 is very furry. 8 is very, very furry. This is getting worrying. And the slot they have for next gen is it's just hentai. We don't know what that design is yet, but they're just predicting it's just going to straight up be the most inappropriate, like, Pokemon ever, because they're just getting more and more furry.
No, not with fire types.
No, with the fire types, they absolutely are. Well,
the
yeah.
new gen.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like this prediction was like a long time ago. But it's just like, yeah, this person's prediction is just like, oh yeah, this is going to become the most inappropriate ever. Yeah. This is so struggling. I just want the entire line, dang it, in an image. Near impossible. God damn, that's a good design. Like, it's a very good fan-made Pokemon. Damn. Literally Fire Goat. Very Fire Goat.
Might as well be a Alolan Goat.
I was gonna say, like, holy shit, is that good. I swore there was a goat in the Chinese Zodiac, but I guess there isn't.
Yeah, guys, sorry I'm not talking too much, just very tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, not unexpected. let me. Fine. I'll just. This is being unhelpful as hell. I'm just gonna look up Pokemon all fire starter final form. It's not that it isn't giving me images. It's that all the images are like fan drawings. They're not like the sprites. And it's like, god damn it, I just want an image. It's only up to Gen 6. That's only up to Gen 7. That was somebody's predictions. Still only Gen 5. I'm not gonna find it. This greatly disappoints me.
Dun, 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 dun.
As normal, I'll have to do it myself. It's always very interesting. For most Pokemon, this isn't universal, but for most Pokemon, if you look through like predictions of what people are like, oh yeah, this is totally what the final version of the starter's gonna be. People will always get very close, and sometimes they can even make very good versions of predictions. But the designs they come up with always feel like Pokemon, and then you see the official design, and it's like, never mind, those don't feel like Pokemon anymore. I don't know what it is about Nintendo when it comes to predictions, where their designs tend to you'd think the fan base would be very good at creating Pokemon designs that are good and better than Pokemon Company, and they are sometimes. When it comes to like redesigning Pokemon, they're great. The Pokemon fan base is very excellent at saying, Game Freak fucked up this design, here's how to make it better. But they're very bad at coming up with new designs that are like, yep, that's the perfect third form for that Pokemon that Game Freak already designed. Which is always interesting to me. It's like, the Pokemon, yeah, it's like the fan base is perfect at like fixing things, but not perfect at creating things.
Game Freak, hire the fans.
I mean, they should, but the problem is the fans aren't always in Japan, and the Pokemon Company is generally a Japanese company. Most of the fans you see are American. Or European. So it's like, you don't... There isn't a lot of... Or this, it's not that there isn't a lot of, but like... Yeah, most of the stuff we see is from the Americans. They can't hire any of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I can make it 2 hours.
3 hours, you mean? Or are you saying you can only get up to 2 hours?
Might only be able to get up to 2.
Alright, that's fine. We can do that. I'm just... Yeah. I was just making sure that that's what you meant.
If I think I can make it to 3, I'll let you know. But yeah. I'm falling asleep.
Gotcha. Which is weird, because you're playing the game.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, you should be the one not falling asleep here.
good sleep last night, and my medicine is just destroying me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much longer do you have for that?
For what?
For the medicine?
Well, one of them I was supposed to take a month, but right. I want to let you guys know I am starting to feel better. Like,
Yeah.
my pain is more or less gone away. It's still there. There's like, I'm trying to finish off.
Finish off what you have.
Yeah. So I want to say by next month I'm gonna be back to 100%,
Thank goodness.
and I won't be taking like 3 pills a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that's what I've been doing.
Yep.
Actually, it's more than that. Yeah, one of the muscle relaxer, the thing that's making me fall asleep right now.
Yep.
That I'm supposed to take 3 times a day.
Yep.
Yeah, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad it wasn't something incredibly bad. One more egg.
Redesign phase 4.
But yeah, with the medicine, I fall asleep playing 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is bad.
Like, I could be working on Shield, and Dragon Ball Legends at the same time, and I'd be falling asleep.
Yep.
Sometimes I'd be so tired that I'd stop playing altogether and get back in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. But yeah, I don't think I'm there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like, here we go. Here's a good example of this. Here's a random person that redesigned Incineroar to be on all fours. That's a damn good Pokemon design.
Looks like Pyroar.
Yeah, like, but like that completely fits within the Litten line as it exists, and feels like a Pokemon, but isn't on all fours, or is on all fours and not, and isn't on 2 legs. But if you give them a completely new Pokemon and say, like, come up with a third form of this, they struggle. Or maybe a better way to just describe it is that it's like monkeys on typewriters. If you iterate it enough, somebody eventually will come up with the best design. But Game Freak almost always comes out with good designs. Maybe not the best, but good.
Good enough. Green light it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go into a raid with a level 1 Scorbunny with max Dynamax level. Would it still get one shot? Probably.
I've gone way too far down into this, the Google image searches.
Yeah.
It's starting to load, like, humanoid versions of Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, I've gone too far. Turning around.
We're not playing Moemon yet.
Yeah, they weren't actual Moemon characters, but they were other people's human Pokemon. It's like, yep, turning back around. I've gone too far. That's how you know you've gone too deep, guys. Unless you're in Gardevoir, in which case going too deep is looking 5 images down when you see porn. Seriously, guys, there are some Pokemon you should never Google. Do not Google Gardevoir. Do not Google, what's the other main one?
Lopunny.
Don't Google Lopunny. Do not Google, Zeraora. Do not Google,
Any Pokemon.
no, you can Google most Pokemon. Just don't Google, some of them. Don't Google Lucario.
I need to get a Gardevoir background.
Be very careful. Turn safe search on.
Joke's on you, I always have it on.
See, I always have it off because I find that a lot of times if I'm looking for images, it fucks with the search results and I can't find anything. But that does mean that I know the Pokemon that you can't look up, guys.
But still, if it exists as porn of it, it doesn't matter.
Yes, but there's an unwritten rule of the internet where it's, yes, if it exists, there's porn of it, but not everything has a critical mass of porn of it. Sometimes there's only one porn of it. Other times there's infinite porn of it. Gardevoir has infinite porn.
Other times you gotta take it slow.
Psyduck has one
All
porn.
night
This is not from experience, guys. This is an example. Like, please do not assume that I have looked at all this up. I haven't. I'm just assuming that Psyduck does not have that much porn. Please do not at me with its porn. I don't want to know.
At older bro watches porn.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to imply that there's a Twitter account called Older Bro Watches Porn? Because if there is, that's not me, guys. That is a meme account that's unrelated to Two Bros Game Night.
He starts linking to our channel.
I'd become very uncomfortable with that. Here's the reason why. Because that would imply that was a series we were starting. And look, guys, we have said many times that we will watch a lot of things. There are limits. Honey Pop is our limit on games. I've already said that I might have to start vetting some of younger bros' Valentine's games to be like, no, because we're on the line.
And then we said no.
Yeah, I've already said we are not watching some animes that are very over the line.
Yeah. Also, speaking of an anime, like, I think To Love Ru is maybe barely on the line.
I'll have to look into it.
There are some scenes from it that tells me maybe we shouldn't review it.
Here's my thing on a show. I think it's fine if there are. Okay, I'm gonna say this generally. I think it's fine if your show contains a sex scene. That doesn't get it banned from Two Bros Game Night watching. That just means that we warn you that it's happening.
I mean, To Love Ru doesn't go that far, but
yeah,
it goes Senran Kagura far.
That's fine. Here's the things that will get that I say puts it at the line is when it's consistently the whole series at that line. That's the problem with Senran Kagura. Is that Senran Kagura is literally like, oh, you wanted an ecchi. Fine. The entire game will be an ecchi. Every bit of that is the line. So it's like, but if a show just has like a few minutes of random scenes that are inappropriate, and then it cuts back to a mostly normal series for the rest of it, that's fine.
Yeah, To Love Ru does do that.
Yeah. But, like, Monster Musume approaches the line, especially the English dub. Senran Kagura is the line, or approaches the line. Honey Pop approaches the line. Although most of Honey Pop's problems can be alleviated by just removing those scenes, which is why I find it kind of inappropriate. Like, I don't agree with Twitch's policy of not allowing those games on their platform. Just require that the player has to censor the game. Yeah. Like, again, the game can easily have those scenes blurred out. The game has a setting for it. And that's the only thing in the game that's inappropriate. So, but yeah, like, it does go up to the line. There are some anime that are beyond the line.
Believe it or not, Senran Kagura is actually more tame of an anime than Monster Musume.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, we can probably watch that show, and it'll be fine. But
yeah, I want to say the show is a lot better than the games.
Not that you've helped my opinions of it much. But yeah, in theory it's fine. But there's always stuff that goes beyond the line. I can look up some of the things beyond the line, because I have it written down.
Yeah, Senran Kagura Reflections is the only visual novel in quotes.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, it's like we do keep notes on shows that we will not watch.
Dun 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 dun.
I actually only have one show written down as spicy. Spicy.
Oh.
Yeah, which we've talked about many times.
Isn't that one cooking anime?
No. I mean spicy as in, like, it's over the line in terms of it's ecchi that borders on just actual hentai.
Is it the interspecies review? Yeah.
Yep. Most of the shows that we have on our list, guys, are not banned because of that. There's one show. And again, as much as I've said we're not reviewing it, I do think it was actually a fine show. I would recommend you watch it censored. But it's surprisingly tame. Like, it's one of those shows where it's like, the developers were clearly like, we could just be writing porn of this, but we want to not be porn.
It's barely over the line.
Yeah. And again, that's because, even in the censored version, they still have the sex scenes in the background, audible. You just don't get to watch them. Which is what makes it over the line. It's like other things imply those scenes or show clips of it and then cut away like to the next day or something. No. Those happen and you can hear it happening. And they can't not, because that's the plot of the show. That's what the show's about. They're reviewing the species. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, I don't know how Funimation got that. Like, I don't know how Funimation didn't understand that it was going to be that. Because Funimation got the show without even, like... I can't see who it is at the moment, so I'm going to have to switch back to the app.
Hello, Cheesy Panini.
Cheesy Panini. No, Chase is Panini.
But really tired. That's me. Cause
yeah, we're doing okay, but Younger Bro is very exhausted. There is risk that we will not be doing a full 3-hour stream because of Younger Bro's exhaustion.
I'm starting to be awake a little bit more.
Yeah,
I haven't been falling asleep, so
not yet. So we shall attempt to persevere.
I almost did earlier, but
yeah,
I want to say one of the animes I'd like us to watch really quickly would be interviews with monster girls.
Quickly as in soon, or quickly as in, like, get through it as fast as possible and then
this
get rid
year.
of it?
Like this year.
Well, again, one of the problems with saying, like, we want to get through a show this year is, guys, there are 52 weeks in a year. Most shows are 13 episodes. That's 4 shows a year. We can't do much more than that.
But yeah, I've been wanting to watch interviews with monster girls and the Monster Doctor anime really badly.
We're talking about shows that we're not ever going to watch for anime for the channel. But yeah, like, most shows are not banned for, like...
Damn it!
Yeah,
Hate
always go to camp.
Stupid Pokemon camp.
Every time you go to camp. But yeah, like, most shows that are banned are not banned because of, like, sexual reasons. Most of them are just banned because they're not good shows. So, like, I have on here, I have banned, like, 2 different shows that are... One of them has so bad of an ending it ruins the entire show, and not in a funny way. It's just stupid.
Which show was that again?
That's Magical Warfare. The show where they fight so hard that one of them goes back in time and becomes the villain, and then the other goes back in time and ends up killing the villain and becoming... It's really fucking weird. It makes no sense. They literally fight so hard they go back in time, and the main character wakes up to find that his brother, the guy he was fighting, had become the villain from the future. But in the future, you see that they flash back to the future, and the villain pulls out an item that the main character had, and it was very clear that it was his item. So literally, somehow, in this universe, they'd gone back in time, and the main character had killed his younger brother in the past and supplanted him as the villain. It didn't make any sense. It's like, what are you talking about? So the ending was just so bad that I refused to watch it on principle. It is so illogical. It is so confusing, and it's just not fun.
Is it worse than Star?
No, Star's ending wasn't... Star's ending was just stupid. Like, it wasn't bad, it was just stupid. It wasn't written well. This ending didn't have any logical sense to it. There was no explanation, and you couldn't... I can understand why I can understand some logic behind the magic was keeping all the worlds apart, and then when they destroyed the magic, it merged them all or something. That you could develop logic that made sense. There was no logic in the show. Its ending is so bad, it ruins the not even that good of a show.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Steven really had an ending. Like Steven Future.
Well, Steven Universe didn't have a very good ending to begin with, and Steven Universe Future had an even worse ending.
Yeah, because I don't think it did end.
It did. He went off to Homeworld, and that was the end of the show.
Must have missed an episode.
Yeah.
I don't really remember it.
That again, I've never seen the ending, so I only know that because somebody showed it happening. Because they talked about the last episode. So I have never seen it.
Like
I could not even bother getting through it. It was so bad.
Like they were introducing like some new villains and such that seemed like they could have had an arc for, and they just never went anywhere.
The villain of Steven Universe Future was Steven. And that was the whole point of the show.
Like I thought they were going to do something with the one blue gem that flies and the other ruby. What do they call him? Eyeball?
Yeah, I think so. Eyeball and Aquamarine.
Yes. Like the fusion of those two. I don't even know how the hell that happened.
I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so that show's off the list. And then If Her Flag Breaks is a show that's off the list because it was an okay show to begin with and then became a completely different show.
Okay, flag break?
If her flag breaks.
If her flag...
It's literally, to just try to describe the show in as succinct a way as possible, it was a show about a cast of characters in a fantasy world that needed to go off and do something, but there was this one guy who could see when people were about to die, and he was preventing them from dying, and then suddenly it became Star Wars. And I don't mean it became Star Wars because aliens invaded. I mean it became Star Wars because it turns out they'd been in a hologram fake universe that was designed by the main character to try to prevent an alien species in the real world from taking over and destroying all of reality. And so they created this random fantasy universe to do this, somehow. Also, it didn't make any sense. And there was no... It just came out of goddamn nowhere. It's not even like the first episode. It's like 8 episodes in before they reveal that it's all a simulation. And it comes just out of nowhere.
That's almost as bad as the memory wipe in the runner, the maze runner.
Yeah, so... And then the other one was Orimo, because it's sister shipping.
Right.
So
I keep forgetting which is the one with the white hair character.
that one is Eromanga Sensei, which is
Eromanga.
not banned,
Ori,
even though it's
no.
also sister shipping. Mainly for 2 reasons. One, Orimo was done. It finished. And 2, that one was written where they were actually related, like actual brother and actual sister, and actually got together as a couple and had a fake wedding and told their parents about it. Like, it was an actual, no, this is a good thing show. It was like, no, fuck this show.
Holy shit.
Why are you describing what happened to you and younger bro last week? Mr. B, we are not related, and also, no, that's disgusting. Like, we are not blood relation. This show is actual blood relation. They are same mother, same father.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's like, yeah, by the same writer. I would like to point this out. This is the same... yeah. No, we just live together.
Yeah, stepbrother.
Yeah, stepbrother.
Two bro step night.
Yep.
Oh, won't you give me 3 steps? Give me 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps.
We do not share the
towards
same
door.
mother or the same father, but we live in the same house.
Yes.
I thought you were actual brothers. Well, I mean, we're
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough. Look, we've lived together for like 10 years at this point. Yeah, it was full-on actual brother and sister from my memory. They're not brothers.
And here's the funny thing.
Which is why Eromanga Sensei's better. I don't think it's acceptable, but it's at least a better show.
And here's the funny
and
thing.
it's the same author.
Like, the funny thing is, girl I like.
Yep.
She wants me to watch Orimo.
No! No, you should not watch that. It's such a terrible show. They got fake actual married in that. Like, it was fucking weird. At least here's the difference. In Orimo, he has a cast of girls that all want to get with him, and he denies all of them because he wants to get with his sister so bad.
What the fuck?
In Eromanga Sensei, there are 3 girls, one of which is his stepsister, and absolutely none of the girls are allowing him to be with his stepsister. They're like, no, we don't accept this. You will get with one of us and not her. That's wrong. Oh yeah, he absolutely is. That writer is absolutely, like, very pro-sister shipping. And I'm pretty sure the only reason that Eromanga Sensei wasn't as bad as Orihimo is because Japanese law now prevents those kind of shows. Like, they literally have written in their laws that you can't make those kind of shows anymore. So the only thing you're allowed to do now is they're not actually related, and he never actually gets with them.
Yeah, I want to.
So, good on you, Japan. It's censorship, but you know what? I think in this one thing, I think we can all support this censorship. Like,
but yeah,
there's a line. Sister shipping is okay as long as it's fiction.
if she's not directly related,
She's
safe to be dated.
And no. Again, it's like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that, like, for animation, it has to be, like, that you can't have situations like that. I want to make this clear. Like, there are a lot of people out there whose view is, oh, sorry, this anime portrays a main character dating someone who's underage. That's child pornography. And it's like, no, it's not. It's really not. It's animated.
The point when it's
Calm the fuck down. Yeah, it's like, I am 100% against people who think that, well, child in anime, like, is getting with somebody who's older than them. It's child porn. It's like, no, it's not.
That's
It
not how that
really
works.
isn't. If it's not a real person, just shut up. But there are lines in the sand that I have, and it's encouraging sister shipping and encouraging bestiality. I will give you the they're not related, and I'll give you the furry, but
furry.
I won't take literal actual animal porn and literal actual sister shipping. There's my line in the sand. Do not cross it.
Speaking of anime and relationships, is there a character you rooted for to get with the main character, like really badly?
Like what do you mean? Like,
Doesn't matter.
you're saying are you saying just like in general, like, are there any anime characters that I'm like, oh yeah, I want these two to get together? Or are you saying like,
yeah, that
characters that obviously wasn't going to get with main character, but that I preferred over the one that actually will?
that too. God damn it, it's stupid. Go to actual stream. And what is he saying in that comment? And also, you need to allow something. Yeah, I accidentally just reset the stream, so I can't see the last comment.
Add permitted term long.
How long?
Why was the word long banned here?
We're talking about the long song.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but that is the point. But I still don't understand why Twitch picked up that specific word. There's many words in there that could be like, let's remove this word. But like, long was not one of them.
But yeah, so what is the character you rooted for the most to get with main character?
Depends on the show. Like, there's a lot of shows that I've had that happen. Like, trying to think of one off the top of my head.
Probably ReZero would be one.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely on the Rim train.
Yeah.
Way more than main girl.
Absolutely.
Not even
a competition.
Same with well, not the same, but like similarly with like Konosuba, Megumin's much better character than Aqua. Just to be frank.
Well, like they had one scene where it was hinted at, but I don't think the main character wants to get with Aqua.
Yeah.
At least I haven't seen anything that tells me otherwise. It seems like it is Megumin that they're going for.
See, I think I don't think they're ever going to actually get into a relationship. But I don't know. But yeah, like, I do root for it. I think she's the... Out of all the girls, she's the most normal. Like, she's the most, like... Yeah, this would be a healthy relationship. Like...
Yeah, seriously.
When your alternatives are literally would be completely accepting if you abused her because she gets off on abuse, and, like, lazy goddess.
I mean, he did kind of hint at they liked darkness, like...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like, her character is literally, I would 100% approve of you abusing me, and would actually like you more if you abused me.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
which is just so weird. It's great as a joke, but if you got them together, that is so weird.
But,
Like,
yeah, I want to say in all of the anime, I want to say Rim is definitely probably top of my list. Like, she's the one I root for the most.
yeah.
And I'd say I've seen clips of the show, and it's a show I haven't seen yet. The Omaru-chan.
Umaru.
Yeah, that anime. There's a red hair, like, very shy girl in that anime, and I kind of root for her.
Oh, yeah. Other main girl.
That I can't remember the name of.
No. Yeah. See, I have problems with Umaru-chan. One of which is just a joke, but it's because it literally looks like she's wearing Hamtaro's skin.
But it's not. It's a bear.
No, it's a bear. But, like, yeah, every time I look at it, I'm just like, that's just Hamtaro's skin. But no, the actual problems I have with that show is that, in general, it's just kind of average. Like, the problem is that me and a friend literally came up with a better background plot to that show than the writers did. Where it's like the lore, like, the problem with that show is that there isn't, okay, and there's a lot of people are going to hate me for this, because, like, I have said many times that I don't necessarily always like game theory or film theory. Sometimes you just have to sit down and accept that there isn't a logical answer for something, and that it's okay. There doesn't need to be. There is obviously the other side of that, where it's like, yeah, but you can easily fall out of liking something because it doesn't make sense, and you want it to make sense, and that would improve your enjoyment of it if it made sense. So, like, I fight with myself on this. Depending on the show, there's things I can let go of and things I can't.
And I let go.
Yeah. With Umaru-chan, it's like, I really wanted them to fucking explain her damn transformation bullshit.
I think I sort of understood it.
Yeah. But the show never explains it. It's not a plot point. It doesn't matter.
This is how I took it.
Yeah.
She acts differently around people than at home. Like, when she's around people, she's pretty
absolutely.
much a grade 8
It's
student.
absolutely a metaphor.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor that's being literally portrayed.
And she transforms into her lazy side when she goes home. I fucking clicked the cam.
Yep. Yes, you did. But yeah, like, no, me and a friend just literally came up with a plot of, like, they're secretly witches. The entire show is about about a group of witches who are powered by, like, junk food and being lazy. And that's why the other rival girl exists. She is literally a rival witch who isn't as powerful as main girl, which is why her eyes are fucked up. Because she can't fully transform. But again, it's just like, that's a stupid reason to not like a show. It is absolutely something I should not hold against the show that they didn't explain the transformations. But
honestly, I think they just... Yeah,
it's not meant to matter. It's a metaphor.
Yeah, they just did that to show that she's a totally different person at home.
Yeah, exactly. And I wholly agree with that. But it's also just a show that's like, it's very average. It's not an outstanding show, and it's not meant to be. So it's like,
Yeah, it's a slice of life.
exactly. So
Like,
it's like, I don't
show.
hate the show. It's not one that I necessarily recommend anyone watch. It's like, it's fine. There are better shows to watch than it, but if it's on, I'll watch it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not. I know it's not a groundbreaking show, but
Yeah.
honestly, it has its moments.
See, and that's the thing. This is where I play the role of both a critic and. Do you ever just enter an area of a game and zone out because the music is scratchy and stimulating the brain just right? Like playing me with playing Skyward Sword. Sometimes. Like, not very often, but like, yeah, there's definitely some games where like the music is absolutely like great and you can just like completely zone out while listening to it or even just playing the game generally.
Yeah, I do that with Hatsune Miku. I shouldn't.
Yeah, that's a very bad game to do that in since you have to literally be paying attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of any games off the top of my head, but I feel like that's definitely happened for me.
Yeah, here's the thing about Hatsune Miku. Guys, I love her games. Like, it is one of my top 10 favorite games in all of time. Like, but the problem with her games is they make it way too hard.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
See, guys, younger bro doesn't know this, but there's another game, younger bro likes playing Hatsune Miku, and I'm
showed
like,
me
yeah,
the
and
game.
I've showed it to you to some extent, but like, yeah, there is a game that I'm gonna have younger bro play that's a Hatsune Miku like game, and if he thinks Hatsune Miku's bad, oh boy, he's about to find out that Hatsune Miku is on the easy side of rhythm games.
There is only one Hatsune Miku game that I played where I can keep up with everything.
Yep.
Like, I can even get... Like, there are some songs that have extreme mode.
Yeah.
And I'd perfect it.
Yeah.
And that's Mirai DX, the 3DS game.
Yep.
That was the easiest game in her franchise.
Yep. But yeah, no, her franchise is on the light side of rhythm games. There are rhythm games that get much more intricate and much more difficult. So,
yeah, don't you remember?
Those will be fun.
Don't you remember the song "The Overwhelming"? Blah, blah, blah,
the
overwhelming voice.
The final song that's just like, what the actual hell?
Because guys, when I did my Hatsune Miku Diva X playthrough, there was an achievement to clear all of basically the side missions. There was one side mission left, and I never got that achievement, and I still haven't. I've tried several times, but the final melody, it's not even the ending melody. I think it's called the final melody.
Yep.
It is so fucking difficult where I can clear it.
Yep.
But I cannot clear the mission because the mission requires me to get so many points. I could be maybe like 1,000 points off from getting it, and I would not get any better.
I play violin and always pick out rhythms and songs I like, and have some beginning skills going into rhythm games, but I haven't played any. Yeah, like, it's definitely something I'd recommend trying. Like, they're good reflex games. If you're good with reflexes, you're probably going to be good with them. So.
Oh, you like playing violin. You would get along well with Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember Z from our Pokemon Go playthroughs?
Yes.
Yeah, where he's shiny hunted with us.
Yes.
I've tried inviting him back, but he's told me he hasn't really been playing video games. He's been focusing on a lot of things.
Yep. That's fair.
I know he's traveling around right now.
He's on tour.
Yeah. No, that's not even a joke.
Yeah.
Like, he's gone to a lot of places, a lot of different schools.
Yep.
So, he ain't gonna do a lot of it for a while.
Yeah,
but
fair.
He still sends me gifts on Pokemon Go once in a while.
I'd love to meet him one day. He sounds super cool.
But once in a blue moon.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it has been an hour. I'm gonna go and get something else to drink, and we're gonna run a quick ad. So we will be right back in literally a minute.
You look like I need a drink right now. Don't take too long, you'll keep the chatters waiting.
Oh no, do you need something to drink?
I have 2 bottles.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't have to.
No. I was prepared! I've got horns that open bottles, and I got horns that hold my keys. Be prepared, be prepared. The lesson must be shared. This lesson must be shared to be prepared. Older bro wasn't prepared.
It's not about being not prepared. It was.
You
okay,
ran out.
yeah, I ran out.
You ran out of your prepared.
I wasn't prepared to run out for my being prepared.
Therefore, you weren't prepared.
I wasn't prepared enough. I was insufficiently prepared.
Yeah, with the shiny hunt, I'm predicting that we won't find the Scorbunny until like around 1,000 eggs.
Yep. Says there was something else I was going to talk about with anime, and I've completely forgotten what it was. As normal. Okay. Now I'm sitting back up.
Yeah, who's the one female character you idolize the most? Basically, who's your waifu?
Oh, I don't really do waifus. Waifus are not my thing.
Okay, which character do you find more attractive then?
Again, I don't generally go out of my way to be like, this anime girl is hot. But I will say, and anyone who knows this series will understand this bit, Hestia is the bestia.
Who?
You'll see it's on the list.
I feel like I know it.
Yeah, let me go.
Oh, I gotta allow another comment.
Held for misogyny. Okay, you know what? Fair. To be fair, I understand auto-mod, modding the word MILF. I'm kind of confused about it auto-modding the word hot.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
I am on fire. I am on fire. I am hot, hot, hot. I mean, to be fair, Mr. Beat, that most shows like that specifically pick out like women who are above average attractiveness. So, on one hand, no, but on the other hand, are you married? Because if so, yes, absolutely.
But yeah,
I mean, they're already married, so it's probably inappropriate for you to say that to them anyways, but like, to us, whatever.
But yeah, it's hard for me to choose who...
Not married. Then, no, you're fine.
Yeah, it's hard for me to choose my favorite character. I keep saying Poppy, then I go back to Rim. It's...
Fair enough, Mr. B.
Like, there's just too many girl characters.
I will not question your sanity. Make the choices you want to make, unless they're illegal. Don't make those choices.
Learn from Telltale.
Yes! Because the reason the Telltale was shut down was because they broke the law. Not that they ran out of money for not innovating their game franchise. Totally.
They unnecessarily killed some characters during their Walking Dead series.
Look, that's not breaking the law. That's you being upset at them. Yes, they broke the first law of gaming, Mr. B. Don't kill off the beloved characters.
Well, that
I mean,
was
to be
The
fair,
Walking Dead.
To be fair, there isn't really anything they can do in that situation because, you know, the show killed those characters.
Well, the game doesn't have too many characters that are actually from the show.
No, they only have the like important characters.
Like
Usually.
they've had a couple characters that weren't that major show up, like John Green and who's a big character? Jesus.
Jesus.
His real name is Phil something, but Paul something.
Yeah.
But yeah, his friends call him Jesus.
Of course, his name was Paul. Yeah, the Apostle Paul, who everyone calls Jesus, apparently. There's some blasphemy going on here.
Again, I like how we're shitting on Telltale, but I actually did like their games.
I mean, Telltale. Okay, I'm gonna state this very carefully. Somebody bought the brand name Telltale, so Telltale may legit come back as a much worse company.
I want to say games like Detroit Become Human did what Telltale couldn't. They just did it better.
Yeah, but the problem is, the reason why Telltale didn't do it as well is because they had to do it over and over and over again. They tried to make a Lego-style game out of their... and they can't do it. Yeah, their art style was good.
Yeah, I agree. They kind of had almost like a comic book art style.
Exactly. So it's like they just couldn't manage to make their game franchise stay unique and fresh and good. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. So one of the problems that we're going to have going forward is that our channel skirts the line between, you know, reviewers and general audience members. Because we watch, you know, shows and movies and we review them, but we're also just general audience members where we don't really have a critical eye.
I mean, that could change at some point.
Yeah, well, here's what I was going to say with that. The thing about critics is most game critics, art critics, movie critics, generally, they don't care if something's good or not. They care if something's unique. The better way to describe it is a lot of critics will go on and on and on about, like, oh, this new movie didn't really advance, like, the franchise at all. It didn't really do anything new. It was just, you know, another one. Like,
that feels like a Marvel
new
review.
Fast and the Furious movie. Like, oh, Fast 10. It's just exactly the same movie as the last 9 movies.
To be fair with Fast and Furious, it's okay, but it's like, yeah, it didn't need to continue as long as it has.
It really didn't. But, like, a lot of critics will just talk about that all the time. About, like, oh, but it didn't advance the, you know, like, the franchise. It didn't do something new with movies. And it's like, but here's the thing. Most audience members don't care about that. Just fundamentally. Most people going into the movie don't give a shit if the movie is advancing the art form. What they care about is there a new story with these characters I like? Yes? Okay, cool. And then they watch it, and they probably enjoy it because it was a new story with the characters they like.
Yeah, and that's me with Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I will love
Younger Bro don't give two shits if the new Jurassic World movie does something incredibly new for movies.
I mean, they're gonna have feathered dinosaurs.
Yeah, right there. Who gives a shit? It has feathered dinosaurs. He's gonna like it because he likes Jurassic Park, and it has feathered dinosaurs. Unless the movie is really terrible, he's going to enjoy it.
They would have to do a lot. Like, guys, Fallen Kingdom, I was expecting it to be horror. Like, I was expecting it to be scary.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed coming out of the theater when I wasn't scared at any point. Like, there are some tense moments, but there's... Like, they literally got a director who specializes in horror movies.
Yep.
And he didn't even make it
I mean,
scary.
they had, like, 2 scenes.
Here's what pisses me off even more. They even showed off some of the scary scenes that they were going to do in the first trailer, I think.
And that was it.
And And they didn't even put those scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
To answer Chase, yes, he very much likes dinosaurs to like an excruciatingly huge degree.
Jurassic World, Jurassic Park is my #1 favorite thing.
Yeah,
You can blame my grandparents. They got me into it.
I do blame them.
Well, my grandpa got me into dinosaurs, and then my other grandparents found out I liked dinosaurs, so they got me into Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And loved it ever since.
Yep. Just, ugh.
Like, I like it more than Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that view is shared amongst most people.
And, yeah, Pokemon is my second favorite thing.
Yeah. But no, yeah, as the scientist of the group, I'm not allowed to like Jurassic Park. It's very, very inaccurate. I say as a joke. I do actually enjoy those movies, but like, I definitely
again,
do not enjoy them as much as Younger Bro, and I don't think anyone does.
And again, they're adding feathered dinosaurs in the next
Insufficient.
one, so...
until the new movies make them literal actual chickens, not satisfied.
They got a pretty good, it's not a raptor, I don't remember what the name of it is called.
Yep.
But it's pretty feathered to a T, like it looks like a rooster.
We'll see.
But, yeah, they say this is the last Jurassic World movie. Cool. So when is it gonna be like Jurassic World Survive?
Sounds cool. We will look into it.
I'd rather play Fossil Fighters.
Also fair, but we'll still look into it.
Yeah, we'll put it on the suggestion list.
Yeah, we have suggestion lists for everything because people suggest things. And then we're interested in those things and look into them. What is your opinion of the smell of a shoe store?
It should smell clean.
Mr. B, what in the heck?
I mean, I understand what Mr. B is saying. Like, shoe stores do have an interesting smell when you go into them.
I mean, sure, but like, it's just so out of nowhere. It's like, I don't know if off the top of my head I could think of what a shoe store smells like. Like, are you in a shoe store right now? But no, like, actually, seriously though, from my memories of being in shoe stores, it was fine. Like, smells okay. I'm not going to go seek it out. But, like, the smell of non-burning rubber is fine. You're having a discussion on a Discord server about things that smell good. I mean, I'm well and truly, like, I am well above, like, let me start this over. I prefer wood-burning fire over shoe store by a mile. But it's not quite diesel. So, like, shoe store is better than, like, diesel fumes.
So I just looked up
Fresh cut grass? Fresh cut grass is okay.
So I just looked up Chase's dig game.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely dig up bones and you definitely make a museum, but what I want to know is, do you keep the like every bone, like like do you keep every dinosaur is what I'm trying to
I don't know,
ask.
maybe. Younger Bro's also not the biggest fan of pixel games, so
Yeah, that I don't like a lot of 2D games.
Yeah. I'm the more indie 2D pixel game person, so.
And there's
But
like
I'll definitely look into it.
I don't hate all pixel games. Like there are some I actually do love.
Keep everything you dig up.
But yeah, there's also a certain kind of like. Hold on. Wow, I miscounted a lot.
Younger bro is awake but distracted now.
There's a certain kind of like mobile games I like to play, and there's also ones I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
Like the ones I hate are things like Raid Shadow Legends. I do not like that kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be playing one of those
Yeah.
because I had it on my old channel. But I don't want to say I hate them all. There are some that I can tolerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Star Wars. It's a Star Wars game. I can't remember what it's called. It's on the list.
Old Republic. No clue. Games list is the first one.
Yep.
No, yeah, that's the first one.
Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also not a big competitive fan.
Yeah, like I don't like that style of gameplay for mobile. I hate it.
I mean, I don't like that style of gameplay from any games, really. Like, full-on, like, competitive MMO-style games are just not my fun. And not my thing.
Do you remember the one Pokemon game that wasn't a Pokemon game? Me and you played it all the time. I think it's called
Yeah, the web thing.
the
Yeah.
no. Not GTX, the one on phone.
You already said it to this stream, Moemon.
It's not Moemon.
Deep.
It was a tactical game where you collected.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were anime girl Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah. I also hate that style of games,
Mm-hmm.
but I could play that one. That one I did enjoy because I liked the characters. And
So, Younger Bro doesn't like Pokemon Unite.
no, I will never play Pokemon Unite.
Yep.
That was a stupid idea.
Yeah. Well, it is, but people like playing it, so.
Look, if Pokemon Unite is your thing, go for it. But no, I will never play it.
Sounds like an experience. It was an experience. It's been long taken down.
I don't think it's taken down. I think it's still up. You can still play it, but
I can't find it anymore. Well, haven't been able to for years.
they had to keep changing their name, and that's probably why we can't find it. But it was a game where originally they had all the characters called Pikachu and Charmander.
Yep.
This was before Older Bro played it. And then they...
Oh, no, I played it when it had the names.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. They had 2 different versions of the game on 2 different devices with 2 different names.
Right. So, we actually did enjoy it. Like,
yeah, but
I loved it.
Yeah, it was very, very not legal.
But then they changed the names of the characters, and I think they redesigned some of them too.
Yep.
Then I think it was fine at that point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you change all the names and change all the Pokemon references and change all the designs and everything, then yeah, it stops being a problem legally because it's not infringing anything.
Yeah, because even Moemon is infringement in a way.
Oh, I completely agree, Chase. Like, I've said many times, like, my policy is I think the copyright system is entirely broken. Like, just absolutely. Like, I think
as YouTube and Twitch creators.
Yeah, but not even that. Like, it's not even from that side. I think it's broken fundamentally from a creator side at all. Like, I think I don't think that any studio should have the right to prevent yeah, I'm saying that right. Prevent derivative works. I think that any individual user should have the absolute right to do basically anything they want with any copyrighted character so long as they don't make money on it. Like, I think that if you make like DeviantArt images of Pokemon characters, that should not be illegal ever. Like, in any circumstance, as long as you don't make money off it.
And that's still copyrightable, right?
Yes, but it's virtually unenforceable, which is why they don't do it.
Yeah, for images, they don't usually care.
Yeah, but like, I think that any kind of game that you make that's like any fan games, any mods, any YouTube videos, like anything that is a derivative work at all should be fine as long as it is not commercial. And by not commercial, I mean explicitly it is not earning you money. I do not consider views to be money.
What about patrons?
I don't consider donations to be money. Like, unless you have to actually be selling it. If you are not actively selling the thing, that is not, in my opinion, earning money on it. Yeah, absolutely. When developers understand that their community is almost more important than their copyrights, you will get a lot of great games. Like,
yeah, I mean, there was
Sonic had one of their best games because they literally hired the fans that were doing porting jobs and fan mods and just said, make a game. And they did. And it was one of the best games in their franchise.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you, Christian Whitehead.
Speaking of FNAF...
Still can't play your game.
There was a Jurassic World FNAF.
Yep.
I did play it, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yep. But yeah, Nintendo is the exact opposite of that, where, outside of very rare exceptions, they are incredibly overzealous with their copyright protections.
I mean, have we been copyrighted by Nintendo?
No, but that isn't because they didn't used to. They've relaxed their policies a lot when it comes to YouTube and basically nothing else.
It's on phone, I think. I don't know if it's still up, though. But I think I know there are two big companies we got copyrighted by, Activision and Sega. And Sega was pretty chill about it, right?
Yes and no. The thing is, Sega is really great with like fan mods and stuff, but sometimes they have weird things with copyright as well.
Yeah, like with
But they're usually pretty good about releasing the claim if there is a claim.
Yeah.
So they're fine.
Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to get a real kick out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
There is a copyright claim that has come back.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll talk to you about it later because it involves something else.
Okay. Yeah, re-uploads are going to do that. So.
Yeah, let's just say it does involve Activision again.
Yeah. Expected.
Yeah, so we do not like copyright, especially right now.
Yeah. Again, like, my policy is sampling should not, but just complete sampling, just actual stealing of copyrighted content should not be infringement.
Yeah, like us with our clips that we use in our Let's Play. I mean, as long as they're not was it over 15 seconds? Like,
Yeah. I have no idea what Activision's gonna be like. How Activision's gonna work now that they're owned by Xbox.
but yeah, we got copyrighted by Activision because of Call of Duty. They
Yeah.
copyrighted the trailer for the remastered game.
Yep. Which, they themselves put in their own game. So it's like, I don't know what they expected to happen there when the trailer is part of the game itself. So
yeah, so I don't think they were copyrighting us on the game. They thought we re-uploaded the damn trailer.
yeah, which again, yeah, as long as it's not commercial, I don't think that you should have any problems with that. Again, I think the copyright system is just fundamentally doesn't work in the current world we live in. It wasn't designed for it.
Two Bros Game Night. Hate copyright with a burning passion.
We as rights holders and creators, like, we make content. We are the copyright holders of our own content. Yeah, we absolutely do not like the copyright system as it currently exists. And pretty much nobody does.
Nobody but me. But yeah, it's gonna be fun when we play the next Hatsune Miku game because, guys, we get copyrighted on every fucking video.
Yep.
Like, we haven't really had fun with it. Like, I mean, I have playing it. But, wasn't it episode 2 of Mega Mix? It got blocked, like, twice.
Yep.
And that was because of my favorite song.
Yep.
Clover Club.
Yep.
Because, like you said, apparently that is the song that people know her by.
Yeah. I should just contact Krypton Future Media and just be like, here's $20. Fuck off for every game that you own and ever will own. Just fuck off.
Yeah, guys, they have a weird copyright system.
Well, it's because Krypton Future Media is the licensor of Miku. So the way it works is Sega makes the game, but Krypton themselves are like, when you make a copyright, or when you make a song with Miku, you're legally allowed to just, like, you're allowed to, like, have the rights to it and sell it and stuff. And Krypton will protect your copyright interests in those songs made with their product. So it's a weird situation where they license the song and they're not even the person who made the song. So it's weird.
They're the people you go to license your song that you made with the Hatsune Miku program.
Yeah. So it's like you give them like a small fee. You can upload the song anywhere, do whatever you want with it, perform it, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. It's weird to say perform it. You don't perform Hatsune Miku songs. Miku performs them, but whatever. But they are then the people, they then protect your copyright interests, which it sets up weird situations. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a situation where it's like, yeah, the copyright doesn't just need a patch, it needs a complete fundamental overhaul. Like, copyrights should not last more than 10 years.
Yeah, what's this?
Not 70 over the life of the creator.
Yeah, that was with music, right?
No, that's with all copyrights. That's the fucking minimum.
What? I thought it was with music only.
That is the minimum. The minimum copyright for anything is 70 years over the death of the creator.
Oh my
So
God.
Yeah. So so for like Nintendo, they just like what's one of their newest franchises? Splatoon. So for Splatoon, when that first game came out, you cannot create a Splatoon anything legally for probably 170 years at minimum.
If you make it that long.
Yeah, and you're not living that long. Like, again, most people would, like, 50 years is too much. 10 years is probably still too much. But I'll give you 10 fucking years. Again, that's too long. My argument is if you want copyright to be 70 years past the life of the creator, then fine, you can have that. Well, I'll give you 150 years, whatever the fuck you want, before it becomes public domain. You have to give up the exclusive right to derivative works. As in, anyone can make any derivative work they want of your work whenever they want, and they don't have to license it, they don't have to pay for anything, unless they want to use it in a commercial sense. So if they want to sell it, they have to pay you a fee, and that fee must be a very small fee. So, like a reasonable, like less than $100 fee.
Yeah, and like with us, I know we want to sing like a couple songs. Like
Yeah, and songs are the only ones you can do that in. Songs, there is a in the Copyright Act, there's a mandate that they have to provide a inexpensive like license to make a cover.
Yeah.
Like, songs are the only copyright that mandates that a songwriter has or publisher has to allow you to make a cover of it. That doesn't exist for anything else. But it should.
So like if depending on the song, it can cost you up to $1,000-something.
Again, I don't think that's for covers specifically. I think that's for other rights.
It's for getting a license to do a cover.
No. Here's the thing. Songs have two different copyrights.
Okay.
There's the performance rights, and there's the right to, like, for the sheet music, the creation of it. They have to give you an inexpensive right to the actual, like, sheet music bit. They don't have to give you a cheap performance copyright, if I understand how it works properly.
Oh.
And it's kind of fucking hard to understand how it works properly, given that the system is very convoluted.
Yeah, guys, so we don't know when we're going to do our sing thing.
Or ever. We don't know if we'll do it. But,
I kind of want to do it, just get over my fear of singing in front of people.
That's fair, but yeah, it is fundamentally, yeah. System be broken, and I don't think there's a way to fix it.
This should go all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Well, it has. The problem is the court isn't the law. The court, again, the Supreme Court is very good at doing its job. Its job isn't to write the laws. Its job is to determine how laws interact with each other and which laws overrule other laws when there is no way to not have a conflict. So unless something flagrantly violates the Constitution, they can't overrule it. And they absolutely can't write new laws.
This is kangaroo court.
And that's the problem. The problem is that, and this is a problem, this is an access to justice issue overall, of, like, just, if no one is trying to resolve a problem, like, if the president isn't trying to resolve a problem, and Congress isn't trying to resolve a problem, then what avenue do you have to get a problem resolved?
It's going to be funny if we get a president that is a YouTuber.
I'd love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I would fucking love to see it, because god damn would the copyright system be, like, one of the main... Yeah, if a president said, "Yeah, we're going to overhaul the Copyright Act and fundamentally change it to benefit like small-time copyright holders at the expense of all large companies,"
We'd
yeah.
fucking bow
If
to
you just if you had a president that literally just said, "Yeah, if I'm elected president, I will fuck over every large company." Yeah, they would get elected by one of the biggest landslides in fucking history.
We would bow down towards that man or woman.
Like, you have no idea how many people would immediately just be like, yes to, oh, large company gets the shit kicked out of them? Yes.
Fuck you, Nintendo.
But yeah, it's...
But
Now, again, the situation is that YouTube's copyright system is a product of the real copyright, of like the main copyright system. There's nothing they can do. The best that can happen is like another company has a better platform. Yeah, it's I can see that. I don't think that would work well just due to the fact that there are so many laws. But
yeah, because there's new laws written every year.
well, yeah.
To an
There's
extent.
the one of the things that I watched a video on was like somebody asking how many federal laws are there. You'd think that's a pretty simple question, right? Just how many laws are there on the books at the federal level? No one knows. Literally, actually, no one knows because there are so many they cannot all be written down. And we're not an old country. We have only existed for like less than 300 years. And we can't even count how many federal laws there are. Let alone state laws, county laws, local laws.
The amount of laws is pretty much endless.
So yeah, like trying to scrap and rewrite that every like few decades would be near impossible to manage. Yeah, copyright just fundamentally needs rewritten. On the plus side, Disney's not going to get an extension to it. Like there would be so much backlash. Like Mickey Mouse is going to be public domain no matter what they fucking do. No one's going to accept a longer term for copyright.
Yeah, and when does that expire?
That's a good question, actually. Let's find that out.
Wasn't it soon?
Yes, it is soon, but I don't remember when. And it might have already happened for all I know.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be free work.
Mickey Mouse copyright expiration. Let's see.
We're gonna have fun catching a shiny today.
2024.
2024. Oh boy, you can use me for whatever you want in 2024.
But again, the way copyright works though is it has to specifically be the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse. You can't use all the character. You just have to use it's similar to like how I redesign the characters every year. In 180 years or whatever, you could use the first one. So, not any of them. You can only use the first one.
Yeah, you have to recolor Mickey Mouse's pants like blue or something for you to use the character, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know Winnie the Pooh expired some time ago. It blew up on the internet. By the way, guys, we have passed 300 on the counter. we're over 300 eggs. Does not surprise me at all. Like, again, I see very few shiny Scorbunny, so maybe this is why, because of how rare it is. This be a really rare Pokemon.
On a random note, Talonflame is such an awesome Pokemon. Yeah, Talonflame is very good. No arguments.
Yeah, I like Talonflame more than, like, Magmortar or,
The other Flame Body Pokemon.
yeah, the Steam Engine Pokemon.
Yeah, Colossal.
Yeah. Like, there's really no other good Pokemon that I would want to have in my party that has Flame Body.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure there's no legendary Pokemon that can have Flame Body.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few Pokemon that have it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know the Magby line does.
Yeah, I can look up in this game all the Pokemon with Flame Body.
Fletchling gets it when it evolves into Talonflame.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't always get it, but...
Yeah, but it can.
Yes. And Roly-Coly, that's... I think Roly-Coly in this gen is the only one that has Steam Engine. I think. We should go get a heat train with Eruption.
Yeah. No. Here we go.
I bet you Void would try to trade me a shiny heat train that has Eruption. That's if we hear from him again. I'm worried that we won't.
Yeah, it has to be... Yeah, it's Flame Body, Magma Armor, or Z Engine. Or Steam Engine, sorry. All those are the same thing. Flame Body, Magma Armor, and Steam Engine are all the exact same.
Magma Armor?
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah, they're all exactly the same thing.
What's Magma Armor?
Flame Body. They're all... that's what I'm trying to tell you. They're all exactly the same ability. They're just different names.
But I'm trying to think of what Pokemon would have that.
Yeah. So, okay, so here's all of them, and I'm not going to go over which ones are hidden abilities. Some of these are hidden abilities, some of these are their main abilities, and some of these are their second abilities.
Okay.
So, the Ponyta line, Magmar line, right? Yeah. Moltres, Slugma line.
Wait, Moltres can?
Yeah, it's its hidden ability.
Really?
Heatran.
I didn't think there were any.
Yeah. Litwick's line, Larvesta's line, Fletchinder and Talonflame.
Right, Volcarona was my original Flame Body Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think mine
Carcol's line, Sizzlipede can, and its line. Let me look up Magma Armor.
Volcarona, where's my Volcarona?
Camerupt is the only other Pokemon.
Really? Camerupt?
Camerupt has Magma Armor, which is the same thing.
What the hell's my Volcarona? I know I have it.
Sorry, I should say it's the same thing outside of battle, not the same thing.
Oh, it does have Flame Body. Tempting. The reason I never used this one is because it wasn't mine and it has shit moves. Yeah, I still like my Talonflame. I pretty much use the newest Pokemon that has Flame Body.
That's fair. That's fair, Chase. I understand that. Like, Weedle is absolutely, like, it's a decent Pokemon. Not gonna argue with that. It's perfectly fine to like certain Pokemon for certain reasons. Like,
I mean, A-Drive, he likes bug Pokemon. Like,
yeah. I'm trying to think of like if there's any Pokemon that I like greatly enjoy. Maybe not favorite, but like are ones I like really like for completely random reasons. Um,
Yeah,
I probably Kecleon would be high up there for me because of Mystery Dungeon.
yeah, and
The Kecleon shop is always great.
and Primal Dialga.
Oh, Primal Dialga, absolutely. Still bitter that they didn't put that into Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
And Shadow Lugia.
Yeah,
Those are the Pokemon that I hear you just praise the most.
yep. Because they were unique, cool ideas, and then the Pokemon Company and Game Freak failed to capitalize on their own concepts.
But I want to say why watching A Drive got me into liking a lot more bug Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
and shinies especially, cause like with Maltham.
Yep.
Maltham, for a while I thought it was an shiny, but the more I looked at it, the more I was like, no, it's actually really freaking good.
Yeah.
Like I love the coloring on it.
I do like Ice Mothra though.
Oh yes,
Frostmoth.
yes.
That's
That-
very good Pokemon.
Like the bugs in this gen are some of my favorite.
Yeah, very very good bug.
Yeah, Frostmoth and Sizzlipede.
Yeah, Sizzlipede's
Yeah,
Like-
Scorch.
okay. I as a kid did actually run into some fire ants. I don't know that I was actually bit by them that much, but I did interact with them to some extent. So I like, yeah, Sizzlipede is like, oh yeah, what if a fire ant was also a giant like, centipede? It's just like this is very concerning. Like,
Yo, it's so dope.
like it is very cool, but you really want to be nowhere near that bug. You're just like, I'll go away.
Yeah, like Sizzlipede and Scorch are the bug Pokemon I want the most shiny.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the Pokemon that I currently want the most shiny. Cause I already got Nickit.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Like I can understand that though, because it's like you don't have to worry about a bug Pokemon coming out of your TV and attacking you.
But
Like,
yeah,
you don't have, you do. There is a chance of like a spider coming and biting you. So it's like I can get like being able to separate those two
you
things.
see, there. Besides maybe Torchic and Galvantula, there hasn't been a lot of good like spider Pokemon. Like Deepiter was okay, but I didn't really like it at first.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I liked Spinarak. Spinarak was
Yep.
a decent one.
Okay, guys, I have to run to the bathroom, so I'm gonna run the second of 2 ads we do each week, now, which is a little bit early, and then come back with a list of all bug Pokemon. So be right back.
But yeah, guys, I think I did pull. Did I pull it? I think so. Speaking of Pokemon cards, I really wanted the shiny Scorch card. I think it was from Shining Fates, and I think I pulled it. I don't remember if I did. I know I pulled a couple good cards. I have to go watch our videos. Well, I can go upstairs and check my book, but I think I did. Yeah, I'm not much of a bug fan in real life either. Like there are very few bugs I can hold and be fine with. But yeah, still talking about Pokemon cards. Like I really want the Marnie trainer cards real bad, which is funny because I never used to like trainer cards. Like I thought it was terrible. Can you hear the game? Can you guys hear the game? The reason I'm asking is because we keep having audio issues where the game is going out. So, making sure that didn't happen again. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm going to take a listen and making sure. Nope, there's no audio. Motherfucker. Like, I don't know why this keeps happening. Older bro thinks it's something wrong with the cord. Because it's a very long cord, and I understand there are... If you're using a really long cord, it is harder for HDMI, like, signal to travel. But we haven't had issues in the past. We've just had issues ever since I got my Switch OLED. So it's possible it's my console problem. But here's the thing, it does it with my other Switch too, and it's not OLED. So this could be a computer problem. Yeah, there is no game sound right now.
Seriously?
Yeah, I looked over at OBS and
Great. Well, I don't think that's fixable during stream without me just completely killing the game. Let's see what I can do.
maybe put up the technical difficulties and
Hold on. Okay. Still no game audio. Huh.
at least the visual is there, but
Yeah.
we're kind of getting sick of this problem. Like, there's no reason it shouldn't be there. And now it looks like it's working.
Yeah, keep listening though.
Alright, let me get my headphones back out.
That was weird.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, hold on, keep listening.
Alright.
So right now I've switched it. Right now it has like I have it in audio output mode custom,
Okay.
but the audio device is this. So that's when I'm like, what the fuck? So the game audio is so fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Alright, Chase, have a good evening.
See you, Chase.
Anyway, so yeah, talking about good bug type Pokemon. Okay, so this is I'll go down the list of like the first parts of the list are like pure bug Pokemon, and then after that it's half bug. So like in terms of pure bug Pokemon, Pinsir obviously pretty good design.
Especially the Mega Form.
See, I'm not that big a fan of Pinsir's Mega Form. It's fine, but like it's not the biggest fan. Like Burmy's cute, I guess. I've always liked Volbeat's line, but like
Burmy.
Scatterbug's okay. Butterfree, obviously.
Vivillon is really good.
Pavillion's good. Butterfree's good. Beedrill is good in terms of it just being a bee and like or a wasp, I guess. It's like it's very like
Beedrill's supposed to be B.
Yeah, but like it feels very like dangerous.
Yes.
I like Venomat and its line. Venomat and Venomoth. Although Venomoth is actually Butterfree and Butterfree is actually Venomoth, but whatever. Scyther's good. Heracross is okay. Shuckle's okay.
Why did it go to bag?
I do really like Combee. I like the design behind Shedinja, but I don't necessarily... It's not, like, the best design, but I do like its, like, design space. Scoliopede's pretty good. I'm mostly looking at the final forms, guys, but I am looking at others. I do really like Joltik's line, though. Darn it! Volcarona is Bug, which I greatly... So I like it as well. I didn't actually enjoy Charge Bug that well.
Yeah, Charge Bug.
Its line was eh.
What was its first evolution?
Charge Bug.
Oh.
And it only evolved once.
Right, it was Grubbin.
Yeah, sorry, Grubbin. Yeah.
Grubbin, then Charge Bug. Like, Grubbin was great.
Grubbin's pure Bug type, which is on the other list.
Yeah, and then Grubbin
Yeah.
evolved into Charge Bug. I was like, eh.
And
then its final evolution was alright. I was like,
yeah, it's like, it's cool, but it's also just, it's still kind of eh. It's not the best,
Shiny,
but I don't hate it.
Shiny's so much better.
Pavillion's good. Genesect's fine. It's not bad. I actually like Cutie Fly. It's fine.
Yeah, Shiny Genesect.
Buzzswole was no.
Buzzwole?
Yeah, just no. Formosa, eh. I like Dottler Orbeetle's line's concept where it's radar. Like, I think that's cool.
What about Fomantis?
Which one?
Fomantis? It's a Lola.
Not seeing it.
Should be a bug type.
What's its... Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I don't remember. It's...
See, it's Fomantis, so it's not actually a bug type. It's grass type.
Like, I have one of them shiny.
I think I know which Pokemon you're talking about. I think that one's actually fairy type. Oh, hold on. There's a secondary bug type list. So hold on. So let's keep
Probably
going.
on there.
Yeah. It's not.
What?
Frostmoth's good.
There it is.
Scorch.
Fomantis.
It's grass.
Oh, it's...
Not a bug.
Fucking what?
Yeah, it's a fake mantis. That's why it's called faux mantis. It's not a real... It's like, It's like,
It evolves literally into a mantis. Like...
Yeah, it's like,
Just what? Do you have Ultra Beast Pass? We can't do the adventure, and I don't want to do the adventure. I don't like the adventure.
Yeah, our internet crashes when we try to do it, Nest Killer, so unfortunately, no. Also, welcome.
Yes, welcome to the stream.
And probably goodbye,
Where?
given that most people who ask that then immediately leave.
Yeah, because we're debating on whether Fomantis is a real bug type or not.
Again, it's like how Bonsly and
I guess.
and it are fake trees. It's a fake mantis.
Fake mantis.
It's pretending to be a mantis so that bug types won't eat it.
That could just be the lore for all we know.
I believe that actually is the lore. But yeah, Skorupi is, I find, decently cute. I think it's pretty good. And then, yeah, I already said Scorch and Frostmoth.
Yeah, plus with the Ultra Beasts, it don't really matter for me anyway, because I have them all shiny.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be going after them at all.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually seen Gigantamax Butterfree.
Oh, it's pretty good. I could maybe show it off. I think I have it. like shiny Gigantamax Butterfree.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Very beautiful Pokemon. Now it's Mothra.
Yeah, that's... Woo, boy. Very big.
Mothra.
Mothra. We have found Mothra. Anyways, I remember the other thing I was gonna do. I was gonna go check and see if there were any anime girls on my shelf that I was like, yeah, these are waifu
Material.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you Pokemon waifus over anything else, but
Probably anything from Dragon Maid.
no, most of the characters in Dragon Maid are married, or should be married. No, that game really isn't. I suppose those characters are like the fantasy that show you. No, the girls are married. And I haven't seen these.
Korra is best girl.
Korra.
You insult me.
I'll take several Pokemon over Korra. Fuck Korra. Terrible.
From the ending, I know.
Yeah, it isn't possible.
Terrible.
Well, again, Korra's problem was that it was both trying too hard to be Avatar and trying not hard enough to be Avatar.
Here's the thing. I would have been fine with the ending if they actually had a... Like, from what I understand, the two girls didn't really have a good relationship. I hit the crap again.
Yeah. Here's the fundamental problem with Korra. Korra is trying to be a romance show in the world of Avatar rather than an Avatar show with romance. The entire first part of the show is literally just about the love triangle.
Honestly, with Avatar, I kind of understood why Aang shouldn't have got with Katara, even though I was on board with it 100%. I was like, maybe Toph. Toph is more around his age.
Toph is more awesome.
Yeah, Toph is just
Toph's old as dirt as well.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
Like,
God. But no, like, yeah.
I want to say Aang had a little bit more of a connection with Toph than he did Katara.
That's fair.
Like, that's how I felt anyway.
But again, the thing with relationships in Avatar was that it wasn't the primary focus of the show. It was a minor thing that happened for a few episodes and was otherwise unimportant.
It became more important by the end.
Yes and no.
Middle and end.
Like, there were events that happened there were some things that were related to the relationship that, like, it happened in the show, but it wasn't the primary focus of anything. It just was like, oh yeah, here's these romance scenes. They happen every so often. There's a romantic climax in one, like, scene. But other than that, it's not really a big focus of the show. It's a very minor focus. But it's a major focus in Korra. More than almost anything else.
Yeah, like, when I first saw Korra, I rooted for the main guy.
Yeah.
I did. And then someone tells me a couple months after, they're like, oh yeah, he got with her. I'm like, cool. And then a couple months after that, they tell me, they didn't stick it out. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, no, the entire plot of that show is just, here's a love triangle. Okay, then we're gonna resolve the love triangle, sort of, and then we're going to break it off because, reasons. Because the main character literally like the main characters break it off, and then the main guy gets with a different girl, and then the avatar loses her memory, and the main guy, while his girlfriend is still in the room, sort of gets back with the avatar.
Yeah, and I thought that was stupid.
It's like, I'm fucking what? And then they break it off again, and then the guy breaks it off with his girlfriend, and then the avatar gets with his girlfriend in the last episode with absolutely no other chemistry at all.
And that's what I found stupid. I'm like, this character has no chemistry with her, really.
When PB and Marceline have better chemistry and a more logical relationship than you do, you should not be writing this relationship.
I want to say Scott Pilgrim was more justified than
Yeah.
Korra. Like, because there is an ending where, it's Scott's first girlfriend. Scott's first girlfriend gets with knives.
Oh yeah, that's real good.
That was a funny one.
That was really good because it's literally like a fuck you.
Yes,
Relationship where the entire reason is just, well, fuck Scott, we're just gonna get together just to spite him. And then they become like an actual cute couple.
Yeah, and
Like, it's like,
when that is more justified.
yeah, that was much more justified. Of course, then again, one of the endings for Scott Pilgrim is literally that he gets with,
3 girls.
yeah, with 3 girls, which is like, what the hell? I can never remember the one girl. Envy, I think it's
Yes.
Envy. Yeah, it's like he gets with Envy?
He gets with Envy, Knives, and his first girlfriend at the
And
same
not,
time.
and not, like Ramona.
Yeah. Ramona's ending is the official one, and that's where she gets with him.
Yeah. Well, I think the official ending is he doesn't get with her. Because I think that's more close to the movie's ending, but
No, I watched
sort
the
of.
movie. The movie, he gets with her.
Yeah, but I think that officially they don't stay together or something in the, like, past the movie. Like, there's a longer canon, because the movie's based on a story, or the story's based on the movie. I don't remember. There's basically a manga.
That's
So I think they don't stay together, but I can't remember. So don't quote me on this. But yeah, her ending is the best ending. Not even an argument. She's like, yeah, they get and stay together. But yeah, I just love
Scott's ending.
I love
is so
Scott's
fucking
ending of
great.
just like out of nowhere. I'm not getting with Arona. Fine, I'll get with 3 other girls. Like, what?
Yeah, and I want to say I like Knives, the character, better animated than I did live action.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say they didn't do her well. Like, the actor did what she did.
The actor did
Decent.
pretty good
like,
for her role. Just it wasn't. Yeah,
but she's just
it's not quite as interesting.
Not as interesting as the 2D one. Like,
yeah, they're quite literally. There's a reason that game is so beloved.
Because literally they made Knives basically a special kind of character in the games.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure in the original Scott Pilgrim, you couldn't get her unless you had, like...
Yep.
Like, you pre-ordered it or something.
In the original game, she was just the assist for the other character. The one she makes out with. To heal them.
Rosie.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. Like the other girl that's not Ramona.
The redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But literally, she's just the assist for that character to heal. That was the main thing. But she wasn't a separate character. But then, yeah, they definitely made her a separate character, and she's good.
Oh yeah, she fucking kicks ass in the game.
Yeah.
Remember when we played it? I'm like, maybe we can pick up the sword. Nah, it's background.
Oh wait, we have to pick up the sword. Wow, that was easy.
Even with the sword, we failed a few times.
Yeah, even with the sword, it wasn't super easy, but like, yeah, it's just literally like, oh, wind sword from far away. Well, this is easier. But yeah, there's a reason that game is so beloved. Like, it is not the easiest game, but it is absolutely, like, well beloved for its characters. And, yeah. And the 2D versions are almost loved, like, well, okay, I say almost. They pretty much are loved more than the actual movie characters they're based on.
Yeah, the movie here's the problem I had with the movie. It was, like, I didn't hate it, but it was kind of bland.
It's one thing for a movie to have a game that's a tie-in to that movie. It's like, if any movie can have a movie game. It's another thing for your movie to feel like a tie-in to the game. Like, Scott Pilgrim, the movie, the game, feels like the definitive version, and the movie is the tie-in to it. That takes a special fucking care for a game. Like, the developers of Scott Pilgrim gave a shit about that game and made it as good as they possibly could. Not easy, but they made it good. And people loved that game and still love that game. There's a reason we got the physical version. Because fuck getting delisted. You can't delist my physical copy, bitch.
I'm waiting for the Scott Pilgrim 2 game.
Well, again, it was a movie game, so getting a sequel, a movie game sequel, is like, good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't think there was going to be a sequel after the movie.
No.
What I found hilarious about the movie is they didn't even fight Nega Scott.
No.
Like, they kind of just talk to each other like, yeah, I respect you too, bro, and walk off.
They should have made out. That would have been fucking weird. See, that's one of the things that, one of the channels I sometimes watch, I haven't watched them in a while. I mean, it's a joke, but it also wasn't a joke on their channel. Their argument was that, pretty much any show could be made better by having gay princesses in it. And I was like, I understand that feeling. Like, because, look, there's a lot of people who would get very angry at that. Because, you know, some people don't like gay relationships. But here's the thing. When you're actually writing a gay relationship, you tend to write it better than a straight relationship. That's not... Hold on. That's not to say that all gay relationships and shows are better. They're very much not. Again, there are so many shows that just tack it in at the very end to not piss people off. That's not what I'm talking about.
Like Korra.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is when you are writing a show that is focused on that relationship, you tend to write them better than normal relationships, than like straight relationships. Because you have to write it that well, or else you will get killed by everyone.
You wanted it like chocolate.
So when it's written and not just tacked on, they tend to be very good relationships.
I want to kind of say the Princess Bubblegum and Marceline relationship was kind of out of nowhere too, but they actually did it better than most.
Yeah, here's the thing. When the original show ended, it was out of nowhere. It was a bit out of nowhere, but they had enough chemistry that it was believable.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But they then followed it up by making that be part of the next show.
for one episode.
Yeah, but it still was part of that show. So it's like they didn't just drop it, they did do something with it, which actually is better than most studios. So, like, props to you. You focused on it for one episode.
Here's what I also found interesting. It is implied in that episode that they broke up and then got back together.
I don't know. My understanding of the show, I thought it was about those two. I thought they were the main characters.
That's what I thought too, but
Yeah,
no.
like, which I didn't understand why that wasn't the case.
No, it was basically Adventure Time future.
Yeah, but it didn't even focus on Finn, from my
But-
understanding.
But
Who was the main character? Was there a main character?
there was a main character per episode.
Gotcha. But it wasn't. There wasn't a. It was just literally, here's where these characters are 10 years later.
I know it started out with BMO in the past.
Yeah.
Like, this is when they met BMO.
Yeah.
Then it went into Marceline Bubblegum.
Yep.
Then it went to Finn and Jake being dead.
Yep.
And then the next episode, they were alive again, but I don't remember. I don't remember whose episode it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the show, that did end, by the way. It's not, like, continuing, ongoing with more seasons. It just was like a... It was like a Steven Universe Future thing, where it was like a short, like, series of episodes and then was done.
Yeah. And here's what I find disappointing about Finn and Jake dead.
Yeah.
You don't ever find out if Finn ever got with anybody.
Again, that's not the point.
But they had really, really bad relationship problems with Finn.
Yeah.
And it did matter a lot.
Yeah.
In the first and second season of Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I was first disappointed when they decided to make Bubblegum old again. Like, they made her Finn's age. I'm like, yes, beautiful, do it, keep it. And then they don't.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I love Lemon Grab, but Lemon Grab was the reason Finn couldn't stay with Bubblegum.
Sure. That is true.
So,
But yeah, guys, if you really want to go watch more
Adventure Time.
Adventure
you can.
Time, Fiona and Cake is now a spin-off series that's
Coming.
appearing on that's appearing on
Oh, I can't wait.
HBO Max.
That's gonna be so good. But anyways,
10 half-hour episodes have so far been confirmed.
yeah, and then they fucked it all up with Flame Princess, and she ends up with Cinnamon Bun, sort of. Okay, she does and doesn't. Like, from what I understood, she did. Or had thought about it, but they never did go with it. Because Cinnamon Bun said he's like, I'm a loner. I just don't do that.
Yeah.
So, I'm a little less angry with Cinnamon Bun protecting Flame Princess. I really am.
Yep. Yeah, 4 specials, and that's it.
But I was even more ticked off with Fire and Ice. Like, guys, I stopped watching the show when Fire and Ice happened. And then I decided to binge watch it, and then was reminded about Fire and Ice, then stopped watching it again. But then I think 2 years after I stopped binge watching it, last year, I did finally watch all of Adventure Time. I now am a little happier with the show and what they did, but I hate what they did with Finn's relationships, because they literally had an episode where Finn was literally making out with everybody.
Yep. You sure that wasn't just a random online
No.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like,
I'm gonna make out with Crab Princess. Who? Like, it would have been so much more interesting if there was an actual water princess.
oh, it'd be so weird.
Yeah, instead of Fire Princess, he goes to Water Princess.
The elementalists strike again.
To me, that would have been funny and great at the same time.
No. No.
Or it would have been weird if there was an Ice Princess.
Well, that
was
exists.
That was a sort of a clone of Ice King.
Yeah. Again,
No, the Ice Queen existed, but not the Ice Princess.
Well, yeah, because that requires the Ice King to have a daughter. You know, it's kind of hampered by the fact that the Ice King's a piece of shit and can't get with anybody. Except himself.
Well, he almost did. I hate what they did with Betty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'll just pull you out of time. Like...
And then I'll pull some entity out of nowhere that we've never heard of before.
I so loved the them pulling Betty into the future.
That was
just
I
so
love that.
fucking good. Of just like,
I choose you, dum dum.
Just like, cause it just fucking broke Princess Bubblegum. Cause she's like, no, I'm a science girl. I can't. Magic is bullshit. And it's just like, well, he just magically pulled her out of time. Figure the fuck that out.
No wonder Ice King couldn't ever find her.
Just like, what? Yeah. I can't find you because I found you and pulled you out of time. Wait, did I cause my own torment? Fuck!
I don't even think... that was even addressed or said.
No! It's like... Whoops, I may have caused well, not a time paradox. I caused the thing that has been tormenting me for thousands of years.
And what was weird about the end of the show is Betty sort of sacrificed herself by becoming the entity they were fighting.
Oh, good.
That was so fucking weird and random. I'm like, no.
Yeah. By the way, we have 30 minutes left.
Also, Finn does get with Huntress Wizard, and that was his secret crush. I do like that relationship. Like, I have no problems with it. The only problem I have with it is the last relationship, how that ended. Like,
yeah,
how it got to this point.
Yeah, the problem with it isn't developed very well. Just like it came out of a little bit of nowhere, and
I mean,
doesn't feel like it's going to last because of, Finn.
I mean, secret crush that the show's been not hinting at.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, it just came out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, but Finn, you just fucked up your last relationship. Have you really grown from that? Probably not that much. A little bit, but not that much.
But, yeah, and here's the thing. By the end of the show, I think they are still together.
Yeah.
So, but we don't see her in the new stuff. So I don't even know if Finn stayed with her.
Don't know.
I'm guessing not, since how his last relationships went.
I still love the bit of like, the hell you mean you're 21? You're like 1,000 years old.
Yeah. I age slowly.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you
Well,
sleep
I mean,
at
to
night.
be fair, she's literally sentient, like,
I don't know what the hell she is.
Well,
she's like sentient.
Like the nuclear weapons from the Third World War or whatever, that happened in Adventure Time that blew up the Earth, or that blew up North America, caused the gum to be irradiated, and so like it gained sentience. So it's literally just the plot of Turnip Boy, but gum. So
Fair.
yeah, but literally, so what happens is that she's just she's the end product of that. It's weird.
Yeah, I want to say I love Adventure Time. I really do. It had a good thing going, and then it disappointed me with a lot of stuff.
A lot of the stuff they did was like good. They had some world building they probably should have just tossed out. Like I think the like nuclear like undertone, like the nuclear bits probably should have just been tossed. Like the whole
Peace, Master.
Again, I'm saying that they handled it poorly. I'm not even saying like that no one should talk about that.
Oh, now I remember the last episode of the new season. It was Peppermint Butler's kid.
Oh god.
But yeah, keep going.
But yeah, it's like it's not a thing where like I don't think anyone should cover that or talk about that. Like I think that's fine. But I think it was just a situation where like sometimes you don't need to know the lore. We really didn't need to know why these like characters made of literal gum were sentient. Like, we really didn't need an answer for that. We didn't need to know that there was a nuclear war that blew up the Earth, or that blew up North America, specifically. And that was what caused the, like, that caused, like, a zombie apocalypse, and also created sentient gum. And also caused the Ice King to go insane because there was literal, actual magic. That part doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Ice King's and Marceline's story episode, fucking loved it.
Yeah,
Marceline, cover your ears!
Yeah, it was a great episode, but like the actual, it's weird because the show seems to imply that the Earth is our planet, Earth. Like it literally is our.
Yeah, because
it's literally actually
Ice King,
the real world.
Yeah, Ice King is from London.
Yeah. But, like, from my understanding, it's supposed to be the real world. But then also just randomly, there's magic crowns that corrupt your mind and also vampires.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's literal actual Earth, but isn't. It's
like Simon didn't believe in magic until he found that crown.
Yeah. And Marceline is literally an actual vampire. And also the daughter of Satan.
He didn't meet Marceline until after the Earth went to shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just a weird show that's like, it's all this mystical fantasy stuff, but it comes from, but the events that caused the mystical fantasy stuff is World War III. It's like, what?
But yeah,
why?
Like, Simon still sort of couldn't believe magic existed even after using the crown.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much he just didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
And then the world went to shit and suddenly magic's everywhere.
Yeah.
What's the magic made out of, ding dong? But here's the thing. What force does actually kind of cause it?
It depends. There isn't a consistent answer.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
It's never been answered.
No. Not in Adventure Time, but I'm saying it crossed all media. There isn't a consistent answer. It depends on your definitions of magic.
What, do you just have power that you're born with? Like,
okay, well, here, I can go into it. Here's the problem with magic in different fantasy worlds and stuff like that. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be. There isn't consistent rules. So, in some universes, magic comes from the planet itself. It's literally a mystical, like, it is literally a mystical natural force that exists in all life. And that, so it's like, it's usually referred to as mana at that point.
Okay.
That's basically just magic. Some universes, it literally comes from blood pacts with demons. So literally, your family has demonic blood in it, or dragon blood, or something in it, because your family member saved the life of somebody, or was cursed, or something. And so it literally comes from, like, contracts with eldritch beings that, like, or, like, magical races. So, like, more like Avatar things of, like, taught magic by these certain creatures that use magic, or cursed by demons, or yeah, things like that. In some universes, it just doesn't explain it at all. It just is like, here are these magical powers, you can use them. Where's it come from doesn't matter. You just can. There isn't a consistent answer. Which is, on some level, good. I don't like it as well, but that's because I come from a D&D background. Like, my problem with most magical universes is that it's not that the magic isn't defined. Like, yeah, I'm a scientist, I like things to be defined. But it's, I don't think magic is well constructed in terms of, like, what it can and can't do. Like, because it's a power source that doesn't have set rules, because there isn't a, this is what all magic is. There is no unifying theory of magic that everyone accepts this is what magic is. Magic can be whatever the hell you want it to be. You can technically have magic be mechs from outer space have a talisman on the Earth that generates a field that creates mystical effects if you know how to tap into it. It can literally be space tech from the future, and that can be magic.
Okay.
It's... So, and I think that I think that's somewhat stifling. It's gonna sound weird. It's so open that it's stifling. But, like, what I mean by that is, like, if I want to create a power source, if I want to say, oh, here's where people can have, like, cool abilities. What can I do that from? Like,
hold on, I have to get back out of whatever the hell chat settings I just accidentally activated.
like, the answer most people are going to give is, oh, it's magic. But, like, again, what does that mean? Like, in D&D, they try to give answers by subdividing it. So it's like, but the problem is that, again, like, I don't know, I don't have the best way to word this. Like, the problem is it's always magic. Even in D&D, it's magic. It doesn't matter what source it's from, it's still magic. If you get it from a divine being, it's magic. If you get it from a, what's a good example? If you get it from a demon, it's magic. If you get it from nature itself, it's magic. If you get it from a bloodline, it's magic. If you get it from, beings from another dimension, magic.
At least beings from another dimension, that's probably one of the only ones that makes the most sense.
Yeah. But that's my point. The way that even things like that do it is they just say, here's all these sources of magic, but they're all magic. And my argument is, I don't like that. I like magic being one thing. And then you make those other things other things. Because we just think of everything as magic. Like, we go into something like Avatar. You have, you know, fire bending and water bending and earth bending, and that's magic. I mean, they don't call it that in the show, but it's magic. And then when you think of, like, blood bending, and that's just a subset of water bending, and that's still just the same kind of magic. And so is metal bending, building all these elemental things. And there's no distinction between that and any other show's magic. Because it's all just generic magic.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. My argument is that magic is a unique thing from, like, primal spirits. Like, that, like, if you get magic from, like, just innate energies that exist in the universe. That, like, it is just a power source that exists throughout all life that you can create these spells. That is fundamentally a different thing than, here are these primal spirits that have existed throughout all time, and they give you powers. And here are these, like, godly divine entities that give you powers. And here are these demonic entities that give you powers. That's a different kind of thing than just standard magic. Similar to, like, I would argue, here are these, like, runic objects that are, like, sources of their own their own power. That's different than magic. Like, take out a lot of the stuff that isn't really magic, make them new power sources. Come up with new ideas. And make magic one thing. Okay, we got about 15 minutes left.
And I told the bros talk about magic.
Yep.
Yeah, in the Harry Potter universe, what is it?
They don't really give an answer to that as far as I'm aware. It's just generic magic of, like,
It exists.
it exists. Like, again, the Harry Potter universe is, like, is cool and all, but, like, it also has, like, fundamental problems with how magic works. In that, in the Harry Potter universe,
It seems like it's tools.
well, so here's the thing. In the Harry Potter universe, as far as I'm aware, you have to have a wand to cast spells. You can't cast magic without a wand. So, like, a wand is a conduit for your ability to cast spells. But Harry Potter also has, in its own universe, that you can practice cast spells. As in, like, you can be holding the wand and doing the enchantment that you need to do to cast the spell, and the spell won't go off. Because apparently the wand knows when you are and aren't trying to cast the spell and are just practicing the words. And it's like, how the fuck does that work?
Avada Kedavra.
Because literally that happens in one of the movies where they're doing practice spell casting, but not actually casting the spell. It's like, how the fuck does the wand know that? Like, if it's literally a hold implement and recite incantation, how the fuck does that not always cast the spell? How can you fake cast it, or, like, just be going through the motions but not actually casting it? How does that work? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
No idea. Yeah, this next movie coming up is probably going to answer a lot of questions.
I don't think it will. I don't think it's gonna...
It's called The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Well, yeah, but it's not... I don't think it's going to answer any of the questions about, like, magic and stuff, but it will answer... It's going to show off the, like, the origins of a lot of things.
Yeah,
but again, it doesn't have Johnny Depp in it.
Will we see Lord Voldemort?
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, guys, it's only a couple weeks now until the second Sonic movie is gonna be coming out. Like, that's gonna be fun to review.
I mean, same with Fantastical Beats. I'm pretty sure that's next month too.
Yeah.
At
Please
the
tell me
end.
it's not the same week.
No, it's at the end.
Okay. Good, we'll have a break.
I think it's Morbius, Sonic, then Fantastical Beasts.
When's Morbius coming out?
April 1st.
Oh, God. We're not doing it on April 1st, guys. We already have videos for that day.
Yeah, nope.
Just hell no. No!
And the only reason we're going to go see it is because what the fuck are they doing with Vulture?
Why is Vulture in this movie? But yeah, no. I don't know. My opinions on Magic are weird. I think my problem with it is just too easy. Like, I like the concept of having magic. Like, I greatly wish that there was real magic in the world. That would be fun. But like, I think in
like
terms of
teleporting to school.
in terms of writing, in terms of like a writing mechanic, I think magic is just too simple. It is unless you write your magic to have very, very specific rules on how it works. It's just too easy to be like, and then and the problem is solved because the magic can just do that. It's too easy to be a catch-all. It's got a similar problem to superpowers, which are also themselves basically magic. Like,
Magic, sorcery.
yeah.
Yeah, like, superpowers I sort of understand more than magic.
Yeah.
Like, they have reasons why they exist.
Yeah.
Like, Barry Allen, he was struck by lightning. And that, I guess, ultra-generated his body to make it go faster.
Yeah, but superpowers themselves are basically just unique magical abilities you have.
I mean, there are people in real life that sort of have supernatural abilities.
Yeah, but not like
But
that.
nothing like
like that.
Superman.
Nothing like that. So.
Like, I know a guy that can basically fold his entire body into, like, probably some of the smallest spaces you can think of.
Yeah. That does not sound healthy.
Like, he can basically fit his body into, like, a tiny toy chest.
That does not sound healthy.
Like, probably not even half the size of this little table that we have right here.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably put myself in that small space under the table. Like, not under the table, but like in here.
Yeah.
Like, even I could fit in there.
It'd be very, very fucking uncomfortable.
Yes.
And we'd probably have to call someone to help get you out, but...
I feel insulted. But, yes. But, yeah.
Yeah, so there are some weird things that some people can do.
Yeah. But I will say, I do think that superpowers are, in general, better defined than magic.
Yeah, because all their powers have a reason.
Not even just a reason, it's that they're, I don't know how to best describe it. It's more, like, the way I'll say it, it's more defined, but it's also worse than magic. Because, like, each person, superpowers are generally defined as, like, each person has one specific thing they can do that's
more unique than anyone
yeah, they
else.
have one unique ability that only they can do. magic tends to be very much a catch-all of, like, oh yeah, if you're a magic user, you can use any spell, basically, whenever you want. And those spells have virtually no limit.
Yeah, like, the character I'm creating, he can literally just copy any ability, doesn't matter what the fuck it is, he can just do it, and do it better than you.
Yeah. And that's where superpowers become just fundamentally broken. It's one of the, this is one of the things brought up in, I was watching clips of a Justice League episode.
Yeah.
Specifically the ones where, the Justice League are fighting the Justice Lords. And they determined that without killing them, there is no real way for them to subdue them. So they're like, okay, well, we have to cross some kind of line. We have to do something.
Is this that one movie where they fight alter versions of themselves? Like
No, they
evil?
fight alternate versions of themselves all the time. Like,
Oh.
it's alternate dimension Superman and stuff showing up is like a regular occurrence in DC. So no, it wasn't the movie.
Okay.
No, this is just one of the episodes. So, the way they decide to handle it is that they have Luthor, that they promise Luthor that they will give him a full pardon if he assists them in taking down, like, the evil Justice League, basically.
Okay.
So he creates a weapon whose entire point is to remove your powers.
Okay.
All of them. Like, just
Damn.
you can't get them back. They use that, successfully defeat the evil versions, throw them back into whatever dimension they came out of. That never shows back up ever again. In any history of the show. It has never been reused again. Even within its own series.
Oh, I think I remember that one. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Because it's just a MacGuffin. It just needed to exist for that episode to wrap up the episode. But once it's gone, they never not talk about it again because it's fundamentally broken.
But yeah, like, the character I'm creating is so broken, he could literally knock out Superman with a finger.
Yeah. And this is the problem. It's that this is why characters have to have limits. You cannot create a character that has fundamentally no limit.
That Bowie's kind of have Superman. I mean, yeah, you got
We do.
Kryptonite, but
Yeah. It's like,
your character has to have a Kryptonite, but what if he doesn't?
then your character isn't a real character. Just fundamentally, characters only, people only exist, like, people are a summation of their flaws. And their, like, I can't think of what the opposite of a flaw is right now.
But here's the thing about him. His body is, like, not very resilient to, like, new things. Like, if it's something new, his body won't immediately, like, react to it, because he has a broken healing factor too. Like, it's better than Deadpool's.
Yeah. But this is the problem. The best way to describe it is characters are compelling because they're relatable. Characters aren't relatable when they're perfect. Just fundamentally. Like, Superman isn't relatable, or Superman is not relatable because he's a perfect character. And in fact, Superman really isn't a perfect character.
I mean,
Superman's...
he's relatable in the fact that he just wants to do the right thing.
Yeah, Superman is... The point about Superman, the thing that makes you look up to him, is that he is morally incorruptible.
Unless you're the Joker. Then you get injustice.
Well, yeah. But that's kind of the point. The reason, like, Superman, you can look up to him.
Yeah, he's a god among men, or
Yeah,
that's
but
how they say it.
The reason that he sticks around, that he has stuck around in the cultural consciousness, is not because Superman was like the best character written of all time. It's because people keep adapting him and doing new things with him. Because injustice exists, and because we have versions of Superman where he isn't morally incorruptible, you get to see different sides of what does a near-perfect person look like when they are willing to just break any kind of boundaries.
Yeah, I did binge watch all of the Batman original anime series, and
Yeah.
I started the Superman series. Then I started getting into other things, and so I'm putting off Superman right now.
Yep.
I got like halfway through.
God, I'm getting very tired. I'm probably becoming a little bit difficult to understand, and probably like not making a lot of sense.
You made sense so far.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not. My brain is not awake enough to know if I'm agreeing with all the things I'm saying. I'm kind of saying things and then processing them later. So.
Yeah, like I did start writing my character, and then I realized my writing was shit.
Yeah.
So I'm redoing it.
Here's the thing. Everybody's writing is shit. The question is, the thing you have to focus on is what makes your writing shit.
I went into too much detail.
Yeah. See, I think that's not necessarily a problem. You can always cut back on details. Like, you can always remove stuff. You can always add more stuff. Detail work is not the point. Like, the question is, the thing that you should focus on is, would you or somebody else enjoy reading the things you're writing? And if the answer is no, what parts wouldn't they enjoy? Because that's the thing about the reason why I say that most perfect characters aren't interesting to write. It's that when you have a character that is perfect in every way, you can't really have conflict with them.
I guess my writing, I didn't really like how I did chapters. Like, I did chapters way too long.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I also don't want them to be really short. Because
Yeah.
whenever I read a book, I hate that I find chapters that are just like 3 pages. I kind of don't like that.
See, I get it both ways.
Like, I kind of wanted it to be 5 pages or more. There are very few books where I accept short chapters, and that would be like something like Treehouse, Magic Treehouse, that series.
Again, here's the thing with chapters. I don't think chapter length should be your focus initially. The thing about writing is you want to tell a compelling story. You want to tell a story that people will want to read and like enjoy. That can be long or it can be short. The benefits of having longer chapters is like going into a lot of detail and like, yeah. There's other benefits, but I can't think of them right now. The benefits of short chapters, though, are readability. The thing about books is that reading books takes a while. When you make more chapters, you make it easier for people to be able to pick up and put down the book sooner and not feel like they're missing out on something. Like, having 3-page chapters means that if you're called away, you can finish a chapter, bookmark it, and leave. Whereas if you have longer and longer chapters, you have to bookmark in the middle of the chapter.
But I want the chapter to at least be like 5 to 10 pages.
That's fair.
Like,
the other thing is, I think the point of chapters is, I don't think there should be a set length of a chapter. A chapter should be as long as is needed for the thing you're writing. If you're writing a story that has a lot of fast-paced moments, you're probably going to have shorter chapters. If you're doing a lot of longer-paced things, where you have to go into lots of details, you're probably going to have shorter chapters.
Yeah.
It's
like,
more. It's less how long the chapters are, and more if the chapter length is appropriate for your story.
Yeah, probably when I write it again, I'm gonna do it like per like either event or arc.
Yeah.
And I think I'll enjoy that.
You have to remember, if you look at things like comic books and things like web comics and stuff like that, there'll be like most of those will be like 20, 30 chapters an arc minimum. So it's like, but if you look at like books, it's like you may have 3 to 5 chapters an arc, depending on what you define as an arc. So it's like, Okay, we are definitely at time.
Alright, I'll do this last batch. I only got 2 more eggs to get.
I'm very tired right now, so.
I'll be glad to lay down.
But yeah,
Lay down and compose my thoughts on things.
yeah, I would really like to start writing on Quotive this year. Because I've been inspired for a while to write stuff, but just haven't gotten around to it. Because I'm working so hard on our channel right now. But once all this updating stuff is done, I should have time. Oops, I didn't mean to count that. Well, okay, perfect timing then. Yeah, at this rate, I don't think I'm getting it.
Doubtful.
I just have a feeling.
Yep.
Yeah, I like how Chase was like, I might be back later. Like, later, we're probably not going to be streaming when you get back.
How many do we have left?
2.
Alright. Gotcha. Just gonna close my phone.
Really, my phone's at 49%? I thought it would have been lower. Actually, no, I thought it would have been higher. Working overtime. Excuse me.
Oh, my friend is, oh, that's good.
All my friends say.
So my friends are doing a D&D game right now, which is at a time that I currently can't participate in.
Yep. Well,
And my friend, my close friend was like, hey, I'm gonna have you still make a character, because I want my character's goal in the game to be to find your character. So he's like, create, give me this information for my character, and he just wrote a long post of about searching for this character, looking for any information on his whereabouts. So I'm just kind of laughing.
okay, guys, so that is going to be it for today's episode. We are at 380 encounters. So like and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch. Comment to our videos. We do read them. Follow on Twitch. We'll see you guys in the next shiny hunt. We're going to bed. Good night.
Good night, everyone.